So let's talk about money. You know, that stuff we work for, worry about, and occasionally find in an old pair of jeans. It's paper, it's coins, it's numbers on a screen. For most of history, getting into new forms of money felt exclusive. Like you needed a secret handshake, or a PhD from a university that doesn't even exist. You hear about Bitcoin, then you see charts that look like a heart attack on a graph. It's intimidating. It feels like a club you're not on the list for. You need supercomputers. You need to understand something called a blockchain, which honestly sounds like a toy my little brother would have played with. But what if there was a different way? What if someone said, hey, the smartphone in your pocket, the one you use to watch cat videos, and argue with strangers on the internet? What if that was all you needed to get into digital currency? That's the basic idea behind Pi Network. It's a digital currency for everyday people. The point is accessibility. Now, this is where it gets really interesting because when you give people a new tool, they do incredible things with it. All over the world, even before Pi is officially on the big exchanges, people are already using it. They're not waiting for permission. Take the story of a man in Vietnam, a farmer who grows durian, that spiky fruit that smells like it's plotting against you but tastes like heaven. He started accepting Pi coins as payment. Suddenly, people who had been mining Pi could trade it for fresh fruit. The farmer got customers, and the customers got to use their digital currency for something real, something tangible. This isn't a one-off story. In the Philippines, a small coffee shop owner put up a sign, "We accept Pi." People were lining up, excited to use the coins they had been quietly accumulating. It became a community hub. People weren't just buying coffee. They were meeting other pioneers. They were sharing stories, talking about the future. Then you have stories from places like Nigeria, where a tailor started accepting Pi for custom-made clothing. In a country where traditional banking can be difficult and cross-border payments are expensive, Pi represented a new possibility. He could design a dress for someone in another city, or even another country, and receive payment almost instantly. He wasn't just a local tailor anymore. He was a global merchant, powered by a currency he mined for free on his phone. These early barter transactions are more than simple trades. They are the foundation of a new kind of economy, based on community trust and shared belief. People are deciding for themselves what Pi is worth. So, how does this whole thing work without melting your phone? You hear crypto mining and picture giant warehouses in Iceland, the ones using more electricity than a small country to solve a math problem. It's a massive barrier to entry. Bitcoin mining is like trying to win the lottery by buying every single ticket. Expensive, resource-intensive, concentrated among the powerful. It's not exactly a system for the people. Pi Network flips that model. Instead of proof of work, it uses the Stellar Consensus Protocol. Sounds complex, but the idea is simple. Trust, not raw computing power. Think of it like a neighborhood watch. You don't need the whole planet to check, just your trusted circle. In Pi, you build a security circle with people you know. These circles interlock into a global trust graph. Your phone isn't grinding math 24/7. It's vouching for your circle. Energy usage is next to nothing. That's why you can mine by tapping a button once a day. It's your way of saying, I'm here, I'm real, I'm participating. Proof of presence and commitment, not your electricity bill. Bitcoin became digital gold. Pi's mission is a currency for the masses, widely distributed because anyone with a smartphone can mine. For the first time, a grandmother in India, a student in Brazil, and a taxi driver in New York can all help secure a global network on equal footing.
It's not about who's fastest, it's about who shows up.
A currency is only as good as what you can do with it. $1 million on a deserted island is just fancy paper. Digital currency is no different. The Pi core team knows this. They aren't just creating a coin, they're building an ecosystem. Pi is the engine for a new generation of decentralized apps, like an app store on blockchain. Developers build services, users access them with Pi. Hire a designer in Argentina and pay in Pi. Reward creators with Pi. Find local shops that accept Pi. It's already happening. Hackathons, first apps, games, marketplaces, education, tested by millions in the Pi browser. Developers build, people use Pi. Utility grows, more devs join. A flywheel of real value. Pi focuses on utility, not hype. The goal is a vibrant economy where currency constantly flows. Coins in your wallet aren't just speculative. They're keys that unlock services and commerce, built for and by the community.
Real value lives where people actually use it.
When we hear financial freedom, we picture yachts and expensive drinks, the quit your job, travel the world dream. For most people, it's more basic. Paying for school supplies, affording medicine, having a cushion so one car repair doesn't spiral your life. In many places, the system is a barrier. Sending money can cost 10% or more. For families on the edge, that $10 is everything. A week of food. Pi aims to change this. Direct access to a global network, no bank required. All you need is a phone. A tailor in Nigeria can serve a client in the US. Payment sent peer-to-peer with minimal fees. This isn't about getting rich overnight. The Pi team has been clear. It's gradual, steady empowerment. An asset you can nurture, grow, and use to improve life. Start a business, trade locally, hedge instability. In Pi, freedom means more options and control.
A small tap, a little more control. That's a powerful start.
If you spend time in the Pi community, you'll see a number, a very specific number, in chats, social posts, and listings. 314,159. You'll see, I'll sell at the GCV. GCV means Global Consensus Value.
Now before you quit your job, this is not the official listed price of Pi, not yet.
It's a grassroots movement, a play on Pi. 3.14159. A symbol, a meme, with a purpose. It represents collective belief and aspiration, what the community calls real value creation. Not set by speculators who pump and dump, but built from the inside out. Ecosystem strength, app utility, community commitment. 314,159 is a rallying cry. To build, to barter, to hold for use. Whether Pi reaches that exact number isn't the point. The psychology is self-determination. Instead of waiting for the world to tell them the price, the community declares its value, anchoring high based on network potential and future utility, turning spectators into participants in a bold collective experiment. Crypto can feel like the Wild West. Thousands of coins pop up. Dogecoin memes, Bitcoin's energy load, Ethereum's high fees. So where does Pi fit? Pi's first difference? Distribution. Tens of millions across virtually every country already hold Pi, not via pricey ICOs, but given freely to real humans who contribute. Second, long-term vision. Instead of rushing to exchanges, Pi stayed in closed mainnet, usable inside the ecosystem, not exposed to volatile markets. It forces utility first, shields from early volatility. Finally, accessibility. Web3 principles with Web2. Usability. No private keys or gas fees to start. Download, sign up, tap. Relentless UX for mass adoption. Build a crypto your mom can use, your grandfather can use. Bridging blockchain and everyday life for billions.
Pi isn't just another coin. It's aiming to be a truly global, accessible digital currency for the 21st century.
What's the ultimate goal? Not just new money, a new kind of digital society, the world's most inclusive peer-to-peer ecosystem. Imagine a global Amazon, Facebook, and your local bank, all rolled into one, owned and run by users, not a handful of billionaires. The wisdom of crowds. Millions can build something more resilient than any small centralized company. Pioneers are stakeholders, node operators, developers, merchants, evangelists. Like the early internet, nerdy, niche, then infrastructure, protocols, and first websites changed the world. Pi is building the layer for an internet of value, where money moves like information. Microloans across borders, creators paid directly, your identity and data under your control. This isn't just about changing money, it's about rebalancing power and opportunity, building a more equitable global village. So here we are. Today is September 26th, 2025. The journey has been long, and it's far from over. For years, people tapped, sometimes with skepticism, sometimes with unwavering faith. They were called crazy, told it's worthless. But they kept tapping, because they believed in something different. These aren't just anecdotes. They are the green shoots of a new economy, built on utility, not speculation, on radical inclusion, not exclusion. Pi is a bold experiment. Will it reach its grand ambitions, even $314,159? Honestly, no one knows. The future is unwritten, but we do know this. For millions, something has already changed: hope, ownership, and a new way to think about money. Digital currencies are the future. The question is, what kind of future? Concentrated wealth or distributed opportunity? Pi has placed its bet on all of us. True value isn't just minted or mined, it's created together.
It's in your pocket. Tap the button.